fans. Plus more confusion about the kidnapping of an American reporter in Pakistan on Fox News.
The Pontiac Excitement Postgame Show, brought to you by Pontiac, introducing the all-new Vibe.
And folks, one of the biggest upsets in Super Bowl history has just occurred. The New England Patriots win it by a field goal, 20-17, on an Adam Vinatieri 48-yard field goal. Folks, this is the Taco Bell think outside the bun play of the game. Adam Vinatieri, true on the mark with that 48-yard field goal, and the Patriots, huge underdogs coming into this contest, pull off the victory. And folks, from Quincy Market to the North End, from Beacon Hill to the Back Bay, the New England Patriots sent a message tonight. The champions are coming. The champions are coming. And like those ragtag troops who thumbed their noses at King George, the Patriots defeated a vastly superior enemy, which supposedly outgunned them at every turn. As I am joined now by my colleagues, Howie Long and Chris Collinsworth. I go back to what you said at the top of the show. You were a little uncomfortable, Chris, with this bigger margin in favor of the Rams.
You know, I don't even know where to start, JP. This is one of the greatest games I've ever seen. But give Robert Kraft credit. Here's a guy that gave up draft choices to get Bill Belichick. The defensive scheme was absolutely amazing. And then the decision to let Tom Brady go at the end, amazing.
Starting out the season 1-3, upset wins over Oakland, and then upset win over Pittsburgh, and now this game. Bill Belichick's performance of coaching this team has to go down as one of the greatest in the history of the NFL.
And as a Hall of Famer defensive player, I know how he appreciated the very physical play that the Patriots showed all evening long. Folks, for the championship trophy presentation, let's take you out to the center of the field and our colleague, Terry Bradshaw.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to present to you now the Commissioner of the National Football League, Paul Tagliabue, who will present the Vince Lombardi Trophy, emblematic of the world champion of Super Bowl 36, Bob Kraft, and the New England Patriots. Mr. Kraft, let me get your lovely wife Myra in here. Mr. Commissioner, go right ahead, sir.
Bob, you played a super opponent today. You concluded an extraordinary season with a game for the ages. I know it fulfills a lifetime of dreams for you, for your family, for Coach Belichick and your players. Congratulations on a tremendous victory.
Thank you, Commissioner. Hold it up high, Bob. Enjoy the moment.
The fans of New England have been waiting 42 years for this day. And we are world champions. And the Kraft family is happy to be associated with coaches and team players who put team first, as the way they came out of the tunnel tonight. And in a way, the fact that our players and coaches at this time in our country, when people are banding together for a higher cause, can feel this special spirit of America, we're proud to be a symbol of that in a small way. Spirituality, faith, and democracy are the cornerstones of our country. We are all patriots, and tonight, the Patriots are world champions.
Bob, let me ask you, Coach Belichick, people thought you were crazy when you gave up a #1 draft choice for this man right here, Coach Bill Belichick. It must make you feel proud to know that you have a head coach that respects you, loves, cares about you, and finally has seen that dream come true.
Well, the best deal I ever made was getting this guy.
Thank you.
Bill, congratulations. I have to ask you, after the first game in which you blitzed so much in that football game, over 35 blitzes, what was the changes? What did you see and say to yourself, this is what we have to do differently if we want to compete against this team, which was so heavily favored?
Well, they did a great job of picking those blitzes up in the first game, so we covered a little bit more in this game. But I think it's just a great job by our players and our coaches on preparation all week. And, you know, this team beat the #1 seed in the AFC in Pittsburgh, beat the #1 seed in the NFC here in St. Louis. All the credit's got to go to the players and the coaches. And if we're playing next week, we'll probably be the underdogs.
What was the mindset, Bill? Because how do you come in here and how did you keep your team so loose? Because quite honestly, people said the speed on this turf, your team can't match up. I noticed in this game, it looks like you pressed a lot, doubled up a lot, mixed it up a lot, and made them hold the football longer than Kurt Warner normally likes to hold the football.
Well, I thought we had to do that, Terry. I thought we had to cover more than rush because he gets it out of there so quick. We tried to rush him with everything but the kitchen sink in the first game, and they did a great job, and he got rid of it. So we thought we had to do a little more cover in this game. But again, these players, there's a lot of other people that don't believe in them, but they believe in themselves, and that's really all that matters. You know, they know they can play with anybody.
Coming into this game, you had basically a rookie quarterback, a second-year guy, and I think once again, hats off to you for a gutsy decision. When Drew Bledsoe came back, you stuck with Tom Brady. What was it about Brady that you saw that you said, this is my quarterback?
Well, he's been playing. You know, he's had most of those snaps. He's been playing. He's had the timing with the offensive line and the receivers and so forth. I just thought that gave us the best chance this week. But, you know, Drew did a tremendous job last week in Pittsburgh. We got 2 good quarterbacks back. We got 3 good ones with Heward. So you can't have too much depth at that position, Terry.
I have to give hats off to your offensive line. I thought when you got the ball with 1:41, I'm hollering, well, they'll kill the clock, they'll kill the clock, they'll kill the clock. But yet Tom Weiss, your offensive coordinator, took the football down the field, and you put the game, the first time ever we had a field goal the side of the Super Bowl, you just put this thing in his hands. How proud are you of the game that he called today?
Charlie did a tremendous job offensively. The players executed great, and we got a couple big plays out of J.R. Redmond and Jermaine Wiggins, and of course Troy Brown on that last drive, and of course a huge kick out of Vinatieri. He's been dependable, and he's been our clutch guy all year.
Congratulations, Coach New England. Tom Brady, come here, you over here. Congratulations. This has got to feel like, man, I don't believe this is happening to me, like a dream come true.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, so it's an example of what happens when guys believe in each other. And I mean, there's so many reasons why we're here. I mean, Damon and Drew Bledsoe and my coach, you know, it's always with the support. The way the offensive line played today, the running backs, Antoine. I mean, it's just dream come true, Super Bowl chance.
How about the last drive? Up to that drive, about 88 yards passing, pretty much ran the football. What about that last drive?
Well, it's the way the team, whenever we've had our backs against the wall, we've responded all year. Could have been last week in Pittsburgh, Drew comes in and throws touchdown passes. You know, all year, Oakland game, Adam kicks the game winner. It just, it's awesome. To have all the Patriot fans here. Bring your championship home to Boston.
Turn around. Tom Brady, turn around. I want to hand you these keys to an Escalade EXT sitting right over there. Cadillac, you are the MVP of Super Bowl 36. Congratulations.
That's my car?
That's your car.
Oh, that's your car. Oh, man. There's a lot of guys that deserve that car. I'm sure everyone could use it. It's a team car now. Might for me, but everyone's using it.
So they can help pay the taxes on it, too.
Yeah, they sure can. I guess I'll be doing that. But I want to say hi to my family, mom, dad. We did. Unbelievable. My sisters, my brother-in-law, my little niece, Maya.
Congratulations. Where's Adam Vinatieri? See up here? Where's that? Hey, come here, Adam. Come here. Hey, you're making a habit of this. I mean, first we see you against the Raiders in a snowstorm. Hit a 45-yarder there to win that football game, send you down to the championship game. What about today? What's going through your mind? Did you think that your team would try to drive down the field and give you that chance?
Absolutely. I knew they would because we got a ton of champions out here, and these guys never, ever give up. I've never been so proud to be a member of anything in my life. I love every one of these guys. They just stepped up, balled all game long, shocked the world, but we didn't shock ourselves because we're champions. Woo!
All right, congratulations. Well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Where's Ty Law? Where's Ty at? Ty, come here, man. While we're defensive backs in this football game, you guys did an incredible job. It appeared that you wanted to jam their quick receivers, slow down their tempo and their rhythm. Right or wrong?
Yeah, they say it's the best track team in the National Football League, but I never seen anybody win a 100-meter dash with somebody standing in front of them. We came out here, we challenged them. No one gave us a chance. my secondary, Lawyer Malloy, Otis Smith, Terrell Buckley, all y'all, dog. Nobody gave us a chance. We put it on them.
We got the interception. Tell me, come here, Ty. Tell me about the interception.
Well, we put a little pressure on him. I got to give a lot of credit to Mike Vrabel. He put the pressure on him to make her throw, a bad ball, but we were in man-to-man coverage like we were all day. I got a good break on it. It came right to me, and there was no slowing me down then. Once I got it, I knew it was all in zone.
Congratulations, Ty Law.
Hey, thank you.
You got it. All right, I want to send this thing back to James Brown. JB?
All right, Terry, thank you very much. And it's pretty obvious listening to all of the players and most importantly at the top of the organization, Bob Kraft, that this is indeed a team, and they feel that way from top to bottom. Champions of Super Bowl 36 are the New England Patriots, who came in not believing the talk that they were underdogs. They're now the champs.
Hey, what do you think of this new Pontiac?
5GT. That's pretty cool. Why are you playing guitar in front of the car?
The amp plugs into the car. Because it's got a...
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Plugs right in there.
Oh, wow. My band could go on tour in this because we could just plug in.
Can you play guitar?
I play drums.
Can you do a drum beat on the car? Meet the new Pontiac Vibe.
I see a lot of things in here that most people don't. But I've seen a lot of miracles, too.
Here in the ER, critical decisions are made every minute. But for pain management, the choice is clear. Tylenol. It's the first choice of emergency rooms nationwide. Not Advil, not Aleve, Tylenol.
When the stakes are high, you bring them here.
Tylenol. More emergency rooms take comfort in our strength.
It's a boy.
I had a starvation diet once.
Or the meat diet, the one where you eat just meat.
I diet sometimes, but only in moderation.
The low-fat diet. It was all pureed food, the puree diet.
The bean diet.
The corn juice diet. That one was rough. I don't know what I was thinking.
These people found a sensible way to lose weight. A recent study by a major university found that having a bowl of Kellogg's Special K or Kellogg's Smart Start for 2 meals a day for 2 weeks could help you lose up to 6 pounds.
I feel great, and I didn't have to eat like a rabbit.
Heartburn? Give me a cold one.
Introducing Tums Cool Relief with Freva crystals for an immediate, cooling, soothing sensation and fast heartburn relief. New Tums Cool Relief with calcium.
The prize patrol's in Minnesota to surprise our new winner.
Oh, but she cleared!
Oh, my God.
Oh, no!
You've just won $10 million from Publishers Clearinghouse.
Oh, my!
Unbelievable.
Oh, my!
Isn't that something?
Patriots fans, your team just won the Super Bowl. And now, direct from the NFL shop, you can own the Patriots Super Pack, the official championship cap and T-shirt worn by players and coaches during the post-game celebration, along with the official Super Bowl 36 video, capturing all the thrilling championship moments. Call 1-877-NFL-SHOP and own a piece of Patriots history. Get the official hat, T-shirt, and video for only $59.99. Call 1-877-NFL-SHOP or go to superbowl.com now.
Fox Tuesday. Jerry, I'm gonna find you, I promise. 24 returns with the first of 12 consecutive original episodes.
Jack Bauer is escaped and is considered a fugitive.
You don't have to worry about what you've missed.
I don't know where Jack is.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Only what you're going to miss.
Jack, get us out of here, please!
If you don't catch the thrill ride of the season starting this Tuesday.
Who is this?
I'm the last thing that you will ever see if anything happens to my wife or my daughter. An all-new 24 at 9, 8 Central, Fox Tuesday.
After the Super Bowl, it's the Malcolm in the Middle so big it had to be an hour and so outrageous it could only be on Fox. Catch a star-studded super episode of TV's most critically acclaimed comedy, the 1 Hour Super Malcolm, right after our post-game show here on Fox as we welcome you back.
Welcome back to the Pontiac Excitement post-game show.
And we welcome you back to the excitement that is Super Bowl 36. And folks, the New England Patriots defying all the odds, all the critics, and winning Super Bowl 36. Troy Brown, Lawyer Malloy. Troy Brown, folks, keep this in mind. Cut by the New England Patriots early in his career, and now a star. What kept you going?
Hey, I love this game. But this moment right here, that's what kept me going. I had watched so many Super Bowls, this guy winning them. Hey, I love this game, man. and I didn't want to leave it. And I just kept fighting and got my job. Hey, and I said I'd never get cut again, and I never got cut again. So here I am, Super Bowl, with a Super Bowl victory.
Well, now, if you can remember Terry Bradshaw playing, I'm sure Lawyer Malloy from the defensive side, remember that guy playing defense then, huh?
Oh, yeah. Look, we shocked the world. We shocked the world. This is not for anybody else but us and our fans, the greatest fans in America. This is what it's all about. Can nobody take this from us for life?
Well, you guys took a totally different approach in this football game versus the first football game. We talked about it in the pregame show, not being able to get pressure on this team in the first game. This game, a totally different story.
Right, the first game, we blitzed them a lot, and their answer was a three-step drop, which we didn't really compete well against. This game right here, we played cover 2, but the thing that we came in the game with was a mentality that anybody that catches the ball has to get hit. You saw balls flying because we had a passion to get to the ball.
Lawyer, until that final drive, all the points came off of turnovers created by your defense. Was that the plan?
Hey, this is a total team effort right here. Defensively, we don't have any standout players. Week in, week out, we have somebody different stepping up, and that's exactly the reason why we're here as a team. On both sides of the ball, special teams, it's always somebody else, and it's so sweet.
Let me ask Troy real quickly. Troy, what about, you're the guy that they throw the football, so you're the one man everybody knows, take you out, there's no passing. How much pressure coming into this football game? Because I really thought they had to go down the middle of the field, but y'all didn't. Y'all never got away from running it, sharp possession, then the big drive at the end of the game.
Well, they did a good job of taking away the middle of the field for most of the game, but we took our shots when we had a chance. Tom did a good job of hitting his check downs, his backs and his tight ends and stuff like that, you know, but that's what we had to do to keep the ball moving against that cover 2 defense that they had. And that was our game plan, was to hit the check downs and be patient, and we'll hit them sooner or later.
From Troy and Lawyer, one word, yes or no. Were you upset that folks were saying this absolutely was going to be a Rams victory?
We weren't upset. We knew what we had. We knew we had a good team.
We believe. People die for their beliefs. We believe in our team.
All right, and the belief came true tonight. All right, folks. Troy Brown and Lawyer Malloy of the New England Patriots. When we continue, we'll have a word from the St. Louis Rams and Marshall Faulk after this.
Everyone knows America Online makes it easy to keep in touch with loved ones, send instant messages to friends.
To me is they basically used the end to try to disrupt me coming out of the backfield. Yeah. For the most part, it was things that we saw. They made more plays than we did. You know, when you look at it and you think about it, that's what happened.
You guys had a good year, man. Good luck for you next year, boss.
Plays that the Rams did see, but the Patriots executed them extremely well, and decades-long suffering fans in the Boston area have the foot of this guy, Adam Vinatieri, to thank very much for this victory. Chris, take it away.
You know, you go back, first of all, to the Oakland game and the kicks in the snow there. You come back here in the clutch. These Boston fans have been waiting.
Those kicks in the snow, by the way, hurt me quite a bit.
They've been waiting for so long. No Bill Buckner moment, though, once you got up there and kicked that football.
You know, it's just an amazing situation right now. I'm so proud of the team. Everybody did such a great job the whole season long, and it was just such a team effort. You need to look up team in the dictionary, and it's got to be a picture of our whole team. It's unbelievable.
What's going through your mind? The Rams go down the field, hit Ricky Prohl for the touchdown, which looks to possibly put the game in overtime. Then Tom Brady, in his second year in the NFL, leads the team down the field. What is the thought process going through your mind, knowing that you're probably going to have to make the kick to win the game?
You know, that's kind of one of those things that we all dream about as young kickers growing up, having a chance to win a Super Bowl with a kick, you know. And you know, Tom Brady did such a great job all year long. We never gave up. We just kind of always just move the ball. Everybody has all the confidence in the world in him and in each other. Just went down the field and gave us all a chance, and everybody that needed to step up did. It's unbelievable.
Adam, congratulations, buddy. Enjoy every bit of it. First championship in franchise history and the first Boston area championship since the '86 Celtics. Folks, there is another long-running championship team here. Let's take you upstairs to them right now, Pat and John.
All right, JB, thank you very much. And, John, I suppose you're like I am. You're in shock a little bit.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I didn't see any way that the Patriots could win if they had to do it with their offense against the Ram defense, but they really didn't have to. You know, if you look and everything that they said they had to do, you know, they had to hit, they had to be physical, they had to get turnovers. They did that. I think their defense did it early in the game. I think at the end of the game, I think it was Tom Brady on that drive. I mean, that was great. And then it gets to special teams, and you know, Adam Vinatieri kicking the field goal to win the game. So they came out as a team in introductions, and they played as a team. It was defense, it was offense, it was special teams.
Well, you know, that's one of the great things about standing here next to you for 21 years. We've been, I think, a pretty good team ourselves.
Well, it's been a great 21 years, and you know, it's something that, you know, like I said, you're a treasure, and you're to be treasured by all of us forever, because you are the spirit of the National Football League. You are what the NFL is all about, what pro football is all about, and more important, what a man is all about and what a gentleman is all about. And with that, I would like to just have you look at this tape, and I think it's something that, you know, the field goal wins a Super Bowl, and of course your career kind of started as a kicker as a field goal, and so we'll just take a look at this.
The ball is 49 yards out. Summerall kick.
Smooth, cool as the other side of the pillow.
Well, I met Pat long before I was commissioner through Pete Rozelle, and you know, he was one of the heroes of my youth as a former Giants player growing up in New Jersey. So to meet Pat Summerall was a great thrill for me.
He was not just a kicker. Pat was a good football player. He had played tight end and defensive end for the Cardinals before he got here. Pat wasn't a kicker. He was a football player, and a damn good one.
Somebody asked us the other day how long Pat and I worked together, and we had no idea. We had no idea. We knew it started sometime in '75, and we did Super Bowls, but we just sort of let it go.
Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshire. And Tom, you can feel the pressure building up all week. So here we go. Super Bowl is underway.
I think he was one of the first guys that had played in the league that advanced to broadcasting and brought that inner knowledge that only those that have participated know about.
What a play by Montana. What a catch by Clark.
America has been comfortable with Pat Summerall from the day he went on the air. They still are.
You know, Pat has spent 21 years really allowing the guy next to him, John Madden, to be the star. And one thing I know is Pat has a lot of pride in what he does, but he's not a guy who has to be in the middle of the spotlight.
Well, the biggest problem working with Pat Summerall is it doesn't feel like work.
Let's see if I can find out. This is the Redskins dressing room.
Yes, what is it?
Hi, I'm Pat Summerall. Is Coach Allen here?
You're not Pat Summerall. I know you're not Summerall.
Well, yes, I am, too.
And starring Pat Summerall and John Madden.
There is no way they're going to get me to dress like this.
Lighten up, partner. It's Fox.
Pat Summerall here with John Madden, and all that build-up and all of this hoopla. John, is it as big as it seems?
I think it's bigger than it seems.
I think he set the standard, and I think for 2 or 3 generations of Americans, he represents a voice that is the NFL.
I knew him first as a friend before I really knew him professionally, and I don't know that there's a finer human being that I've met.
He's the guy that has a big heart and is always ready to do something for someone else. Doesn't have to be the front guy. But if you ever need him, Pat Summerall is always there for you. A very special man.
Well,
very special man indeed.
Well, they can take me from here, standing next to you, which is going to happen, but one thing they can't take is my feeling for you, the friendship we developed. We've been a team, and I'm proud of that fact. We've been a winning team.
And the memories of 21 years and 21 great years, and not only, you know, 21 years of games, but 21 years of being together and everything. As you say, those memories will be with us forever, and they can never be taken away. And I have a plaque here. It's from the playing field to the broadcast booth. Fox Sports salutes 50 years of NFL greatness to Pat Summerall. And this is part of the goalpost from Yankee Stadium. New York Giants 13, Cleveland Browns 10. Pat Summerall kicks winning 49-yard field goal.
Well, John, I can't thank you enough. I thought at first that was the bench where I was sitting most of the time.
That's what the old goalposts look like.
Well, I'll cherish that as well. Let's go down to JB.
Hey, Pat, thank you very much. And I'm certain that I expressed these thoughts for the guys, and they'll certainly say it for themselves. But I've known Pat for 18 years, 10 at CBS and 8 here. And, Pat, you left a mark on all of us. I know at CBS you taught me that it wasn't the importance of the quantity of what you say, but the quality of what you say, and to be judicious in what you say. And you certainly gave John Madden a latitude to grow, but you always tied things up so eloquently. And believe me, it was a lesson well learned in working with some very strong guys like I do. And Pat, I love you very, very much and wish you the best.
You know, Pat, I'll never forget my 18 years of broadcasting and my first time to New York and how you made me feel right at home. And I think the best compliment I can give to a friend, to someone I admire and love, is simply this. I don't think you ever really realized just how really brilliant and loved and admired you really are. And we're going to miss you tremendously.
You know, I think anybody who's my age, we grew up, and what I know of the National Football League was from watching Pat Summerall and John Madden doing football games. And as great a broadcaster as he has been, and he has been simply the best, that man is even a better person. God bless you, and thank you for all you've given us.
I think JB summed it up best. Understated excellence is Pat Summerall, and the National Football League is such an important part of the American fabric. And every Sunday, the United States of America is taking great comfort in the fact that they know they could tune in and see Pat Summerall. A nation has been comfortable with Pat for so many years, and I know we'll miss you here at Fox, Pat. One of the really, really class acts in professional football.
All right, and we certainly want to have one other person in our broadcast crew chime in with his thoughts on Pat Summerall. Let's swing it over now to Ron Pitts. Ronnie?
How you doing, Pat? 7 years ago, you threw down to me down the field in Dallas for a playoff game. That was the start of my broadcasting career, so to speak. I'm still here, and I just want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for being a friend, a mentor, and in a lot of ways, a father for me. And I'll throw it back up to you and throw it back to JB one last time. And once again, Pat, love you and thank you very much.
All right, Ronnie, and let me tell the fans that there is still more NFL action coming your way. The season doesn't end with the Super Bowl. There's still one more game. Don't miss the best players in the NFL squaring off in the Pro Bowl next Saturday. Tom Brady will be there, and we'll be back after this.
Fox Tuesday on an all-new hour.
Those of you on ES.
Mike Martz and the Rams in Super Bowl 36, getting ready to win 2 out of 3. Or could the underdog AFC champions of Bill Belichick, the Patriots, rattle the Rams' cage? They brought a little defense, they brought a little offense, and they brought a huge surprise to the Big Easy. And when it was said and done, the young man, the older man, and the Patriots had pulled off a Super Bowl shot.
This Super Bowl edition of NFL Primetime is presented by Miller Lite. Primetime is Miller time. Now, here's your host, Chris Berman.
You did. We done shocked ourselves, we shocked the world. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You came out big.
Nobody gave us a chance in hell.
But you're the man.
Nobody gave us a chance in hell, Coach.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
we
right.
shocked the world.
We believe it.
We believe it. We ain't surprised.
We ain't believed it.
We ain't surprised. We ain't surprised.
came to a coronation, and something got stopped on the way to the crown room. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Berman, Tom Jackson, Steve Young. We've seen some Super Bowls in our day, and I would say that this was A, shocking to some, but B, just overpowering in other ways, Tom, and we felt it sitting up there in the beginning.
Wow, what a game, and I think a forecast of things to come. The New England Patriots were not introduced at the beginning of this game. They walked out, not individually. Right. They came out as a team. They say they've done it all year long. No one man bigger than the team, and I think it really boded them well during the course of this football game.
I have tingle. I just feel like it's the, it reiterates to me, football is the ultimate team game. And 50 men in their collective will overcome any bit of talent. It is really Rudy relived. And I think it's art imitates life. Life is imitating art today. I really feel like football, the game of football, and why we play it and what it's about. I don't want to overstate it, but I just feel like it really said a lot about why football is such a great game. The collective will of those 50 men, I was inspired by it.
Well, and we had two teams in this, the Rams and the Patriots, who had won 8 in a row coming into this Super Bowl 36. Although they've come a little bit differently is what we're trying to say. The Rams, the greatest show, 500 points again scored. The New England Patriots, boy, they ranked not too high on offense. Boy, they ranked not too high on defense. Here's a win. Yeah, here's a win. But it's the Rams with all the headlines, and this was going to be 2 in 3 years. That's why they play the games. Here we go, Super Bowl 36. Kurt Warner with the Super Bowl record, 400-plus yards passing before. Could he outdo the Boston Tea Party? Warner to Isaac Bruce, and shades of that Belichick game plan for the New York Giants 11 years ago against the Buffalo Bills. Looked like Andre Reed getting nailed. That was Ty Law with the hit. Warner pressured and sacked by Bobby Hamilton. 3-0 Rams after 1. Marshall, curiously silent by game plan by Mike Martz, then gets the ball a couple times. Cut back, 15-yard gain, but the next play, Warner fought the law, and the law won. Ty Law down the sidelines, could go all the way. 7-3 New England.
Yeah, we wondered if the Patriots would be able to get pressure on Kurt Warner, and Mike Rabel there with a great hit, came up high. Kurt Warner delivers the bad football. Ty Law with the INT. That's a great concept. That's team defense.
So Warner coming back, goes to Ricky Prohl, shampoo. Nailed again by New England. The ball bounces free, and Terrell Buckley picks up the ball. And the Patriots, the Boston Tea Party, is in business again, Steve.
I think that the Patriot defense came into the game and said, every time somebody's got the football, we're going to come and punch him in the mouth. No matter if it was a big play, a small play, at the end of every play, there was a punch.
Ooh, could that turnover problem be shifting back into the Rams' arsenal? They've been so careful in the NFC games. Tom Brady to Troy Brown
his band of renown.
In the slot, 16-yard play. Tom Brady. And he's going to look for the big fellow who's so good in the snow, Jermaine Wiggins from East Boston. And then on the same drive, first and goal following the turnover. Brady to David Patton. Oh, what a great catch. They looked at it again, Steve, but it's 14-3.
Yeah, luckily the instant replay didn't get in the way of this game too much, but I tell you what, it was a nice pump fake and a little out and up. Patton makes a great catch. It was one of the few real pure offensive plays that worked for the Patriots all day.
And so Bill Belichick's defense had the Rams scratching their collective heads. Roman Candle Pfeiffer with the pressure. It's Warner as he throws, Tom.
Yeah, they wanted to punish the quarterback. They wanted to punish the wide receivers. There you see him again getting another hard hit on Kurt Warner.
So the master who bailed him out last week and the youngsters sit and watch while Warner to Holt and Otis, my man Smith. Another throwdown by that Patriots defensive backfield. Next play, Warner overthrows, and there's Otis, my man, and he's off to the races. And New England Tea Party continues to roll because this turnover set up Adam Vinatieri. Field goal, good. New England by 14. Wait a minute, the Rams were favored by 14. So now it's the fourth quarter. Could the greatest show be the greatest show? Warner, hey, why don't you pass it to Marshall Faulk? 23 yards, 4th and goal from the 3. Warner trying to buy time. He's picked up by Lucky to Bucky Jones from
New Britain, Connecticut.
And look at him. It's going to be 98 yards. The game is over. 24-3 New England. But, ooh, a curious flag, Tom.
Yeah, away from the play, you're going to see Willie McGinnis on Marshall Faulk. You see the whole call right there by the official. We'll take another look at it right here. Obviously, a disappointed Bill Belichick. Marshall Faulk trying to get out. I guess it was a good call by the official.
He thought he had the ball. He thought he had the ball.
Well, at the time, the Patriots thought it was so new life for the Rams. They stumped Faulk on first, but there's Warner taking it himself. It's 17-10. 5 minutes to go. Mike marched his squad. Ball again. But Willie McGinnis trying to make amends for the penalty. Traps Warner. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Rams punt. Warner's thumb bothers him this year. Flexing on the sideline. Rams D gets in the ball back again. Warner. It's Hakeem. It's a gain of 19 yards. Over a minute to go. The floater to Prohl. And with 1:30 to go, we should say we're tied at 17. So the Rams, who made so many big plays, like the Super Bowl 2 years ago, have done it. So Brady in the shotgun, and all of a sudden, J.R. Redmond becomes the key offensive figure, involved with 3 great plays. Adam Vinatieri, the hero in the snow, hoping for a chance. And here's the big one. Brady to Troy Brown. Now they have a chance. Out at the 38. Brady to Jermaine Wiggins from East Boston. He's down to the 30. Vinatieri with a 48-yard attempt. We stood under the uprights, didn't we?
Just a little right of center, Boomer. But right.
Perfect. He's already had the play of the year. A new snow angel in the end zone. Robert Kraft. The Patriots Brain Trust. Bucky Dent. Gone. Bill Buckner. Gone. Ben Drake. Gone. They're all exercised. The Patriots in the second biggest upset by points in Super Bowl history. Only Joe Namath and the Jets, 18-point dogs, topped this 14-point dog. And Vinatieri's field goal, the play of the year, ×2 against Oakland, and now here. And the New England Patriots have won it 20-17. Sal Palantonio with the hero.
Congratulations, Adam. Congratulations, unbelievable shot. Thank you. What's it feel like? I can't even describe it right now. I'm just so excited, so happy for this team. Everybody played so well today. We went out there and showed the world that we're the best team out there. What can you say about shocking these people, such underdogs in this game? Hey, you know what? This team believed that we had it. We didn't think we were underdogs. We knew we had a chance to win this thing. We just proved the world that we're the best. Congratulations, awesome job. Thank you very much. Thank you. Back to you, Boomer.
All right, Sal. Adam Vinatieri, and now, couple things. Tom Brady now surpasses just a couple of ordinary Joes as the youngest quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl. He's done that. One word on Adam Vinatieri. He's related to Evel Knievel. He's related to the bandmaster for George Custer. So what could happen? You know we would be calm. Now we have Tom Brady with our Andrea Kramer.
Well, I felt we got to do something. We got to do something. And the important part is on the first play of a 2-minute drill, it's nice to get some yards, whether it's 5 yards or 50 yards. You want to get something. And we checked it down to JR, made a great, pulled ahead for 7 yards. And we're into the 2-minute drill, and we're moving. And obviously the big play of the drive hitting Troy, and he's just unbelievable. I can't say enough about him.
How did you make this work with Drew Bledsoe all season, and how is it almost epitomized by what he told you going out for that final drive?
Yeah, I mean, he makes it easy for me. It's not about me making it easier for him. He came in and I believe me, there's no person out on that field that wants to play and do well, as much as him, because he's the ultimate team player. He's gives himself up to the team, as opposed to being one of those guys that says, well, I want this for me. He wants it for the team. And he came in last week, and he's the reason why we're playing in this game, because the way he played against Pittsburgh. And I tell you, he goes out, and I go out there, and right before that drive, and he said, Tommy, just go out and sling it, you know, as we always say. And that's what he's been doing, and we went out and did it.
There is your MVP. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Sal. What bad ankle? It's just the Super Bowl. Why would we want to turn the ball over? Right. So we knew the chess match. Mike Martz, the offense. Bill Belichick, this defense, which just diffuses bombs. Did we really think that the Rams' turnover problem was gone? Or was it just dormant? And boy, they came out lacing the Rams receivers all over the field.
Yeah, and putting a lot of pressure on Kurt Warner as well. And I think we both spent some time with the Patriots this week. And every time you talked with them, they talked about the confidence they had in their coach, Bill Belichick, coming up with a game plan. They knew he would give them something that was workable. And I thought, Steve, the most important thing they did, they talked about getting physical. They didn't let the receivers get down on the ground. Right. They popped them. The ball started coming out. And I thought the pressure hurt Kurt Warner as well. He's the most accurate quarterback in football. He wasn't today.
Bill Belichick has been doing this for 15 years. And the way he does it, we talked about it earlier today, he does it by abusing the receivers and backs out of the backfield. Marshall Faulk never left the backfield on a route without getting chipped by Willie McGinnis or punted by somebody else. And Ty Law matched up with Isaac Bruce all day long. And I'm telling you, they never wore down. I kept saying to myself, hey, boy, you can't keep this pace up. They never wore down. Ty Law made play after play after play, and the whole defense put pressure on Kurt Warner, not as, you know, a defensive line kind of, just as a group, because they were punishing everybody else on the field, and by reflex got to Kurt Warner that way.
And part of its game plan, how is it that Mike Martz only gives Marshall Faulk 17 carries in this football game?
Well, he played the Patriots' defensive game plan, we can now say it, was to hammer Marshall Faulk wherever he went, if possible. Not only with the ball, but he was helped by a game plan which didn't involve him with the ball as much, so it played right into their hands. By the way, a shadow that Bill Belichick may have been under another guy named Bill.
Take the monkey off. Take the monkey off.
That shadow has also gone the way of Bucky Ted and Bill Buckner and Ben Dreith. We'll see it. When we return, more reaction from the Shocker. We'll hear from Bill Belichick, some of the Rams, when we return to New Orleans.
This Super Bowl edition of NFL Primetime is presented by Miller Lite. Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Inside the numbers, the Patriots were outgained by 160 yards. That's the most a winning team has ever been outgained by doubling the Niners in the Bengals game in Miami that some ordinary Joe won at the end. Sal Paolantonio with the man who says, I don't care how many yards we give up. I think the scoreboard says 20-17. The superly clad Bill Belichick.
Bill, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
On defense, what were you able to do to them to shut them down so effectively, especially in the first half?
I mean, players just really played good team defense. We mixed it up, but you got to give all the credit to the players and to Romeo and the defensive coaches. They had the players well prepared, and they executed a good game plan. And, you know, we tried to press the receivers. They hit some balls, but, you know, ultimately we were able to keep them out of the end zone.
In the last-minute drive at the end of the game, Tom Brady hit Troy Brown on that crossing route. Talk about that play for us a little bit and tell us how crucial it was.
Well, that was a big play. I thought the one before to JR was a big play, too. JR really fought hard to get out of bounds, and that was big. But, you know, Troy's been making big plays for us all year, and, you know, he made a good run after the catch and had the presence to get out of bounds. And, you know, then we hit Wiggins to get it down there for a, you know, a legitimate field goal rather than, you know, one of those 58-yarders. But, yeah, Tom did a terrific job managing the team. And, you know, he's done that in the 2-minute drives, whether it be San Diego or Oakland. You know, he's done it New Orleans. He's done it a bunch of times this year.
And then Adam Vinatieri didn't have any snow to deal with. Just a Super Bowl winning kick.
That's all. He's been Mr. Clutch for us all year. Adam's made some great kicks. We've won 3 games in overtime on field goals and one at the end here. So, you know, he's probably responsible for about a quarter of our victories this year on clutch kicks.
Do you feel like you shocked the world?
Well, you know, not really. No question, the Rams are a great football team. But, you know, our players and our coaches had a lot of confidence in each other. And, you know, we feel like we can play with anybody. You know, we work hard. We try to play hard. And, you know, we feel like we can stand in there with anybody. You know, we went to Pittsburgh and beat the #1 seed in Pittsburgh. And then we came here and beat the #1 seed in the NFC. So we'll probably be underdogs next week. But we're going to keep on trucking.
I think you got the week off.
Okay. We'll take it, Sal. We'll need a couple of them.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Get a smile at the end from Bill, didn't we?
Just barely.
Yeah.
He's got mini camp to get ready for.
Well, what a job. And Tommy, and here's this young core. We don't even know if Wednesday if he's starting. Yeah. They don't turn it over at all. And here are the Rams, who had seemingly eliminated the turnover problems, and it came back to bite him in the you-know-what.
Yeah, this is the third year in a row that the Super Bowl champion has not turned the ball over at all in the Super Bowl, so I think that was key for the New England Patriots. But then you have the Rams, and we thought all year the most amazing statistic for the Rams was that they led the league in turnovers with 44, and I think that, you know, it's not only the turnovers, Steve, but it's the way they do it.
Yeah, it's like nonchalant. It's like, oh yeah, that's 7 for the other guys. We'll get them next time. It's like it doesn't even matter to them. It's like another turnover, no big deal. And even when Kurt throws it, you feel like, ah, yeah, I'll get him later. And now we're going to see Kurt Warner under pressure too. And we talked about Kurt under pressure quite a bit. I think it really, in the long run, it was the two things that the Patriot offense did. The last drive, Tom Brady patiently, not trying to get too much, no timeouts. You still got plenty of time. Here's Kurt Warner under pressure all day. He was able to escape a lot of it. The last one he didn't escape, put him in a 3rd and 25 in a hole. But all day long, here's the throw under pressure of the blitz, seemingly, you know, overthrowing that one. I think that in the end, the Patriots do it backwards. They beat everyone else up on the field, and then they finally get to the quarterback. And I think it's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
They're only the second team ever to begin the season 0-2. 93 Dallas began 0-2. Emmitt Smith held out. That had something to do with it. They won the Super Bowl.
They're a pretty good team.
To beat Buffalo. And the New England Patriots began 0-2. They were 1-3, and you saw what happened. They shocked the Rams as 14-point dogs. We'll be back with more here in New Orleans. As we said at the outset, that's why they play the games. The Rams going to mull it over. We'll hear from them in a moment. Center coming up with the guys, Dan and Stu and Sterling and Sean. That's in 7 minutes, but we have more drive time in a moment.
Welcome back to this Super Bowl edition of NFL Primetime.